I think a lot of you are looking forward to seeing how I get myself out of this corner. Me too. This is definitely one of the most complex curves. I think the best thing to do is to split it into two parts. So you saw me marking it out there. I'm going to do this area in one piece and then leave this curve in it here and do another section just down along here. This hole here, this is really what was the limit to me in terms of viability of this project. The rust had spread back further into the support where the strut is, that's behind there. That was really kind of going too far for me, and I think even that last centimetre there, that's actually going over the line. So completing this is the saving of the van for me, and it's going to be a significant job to get done.
I started by cutting out the rusty section. It really does help me to have the lines marked out. It prevents me from overdoing it. This bracket will have to be built up to support the battery tray when I'm finished. It's a bit traumatic seeing this much metal coming out of the van at this stage. I have to be really careful here not to cut through the flat sheet into the engine mounting support, which is behind it. Then it was a matter of peeling off the old metal from the flange on the top of that engine mounting piece and just grinding off the old spot welds here. Those finished, I drilled new holes to make my own plug welds, which simulate the spot welds, as somebody pointed out for me. It's nice when all the crusty edges are gone and you start to see straight edges. It's the beginning of progress. Clean up the edges now with the flap wheel, so I have nice clean metal to weld to. It was good to leave these original pieces to help me form the replacement panel when I fit it in. Sometimes it's not really worthwhile leaving in such a small piece, but this really did. It allowed to see the original shape of the dome. I just welded up a few little bits of the top of that engine mounting and just ground them off just to lose the pitted shape of those edges. So that's my weld through primer on the edge that will meet the other metal. I used another 2-page template, and so this is an A3, and I'm just marking it all out again. I think this is my favourite tool. I've had this for years, so it's earned its place in this toolbox. That bonnet's really diminished now. Cleaning off the edges of that panel as well. Just one fold in this one. Now, I can start trying to figure out my curves. I'm going to mark a little insert there where I'll just cut in, and this will allow the edges to fold over each other, and it'll be hidden behind the engine mounting. Just forming it over the edge of the garage opening. Not bad. Looks like it's supposed to go there. Just hold it in place now with the grips. That's the handy thing about doing your repairs with the proper flanges, like for spot welding. You get a few bits and pieces to clamp onto. Just getting a tack in to hold it. I'll do lots of these and just squeeze it into position. Forgot that little bit of primer in behind there, but I was able to prise it apart and just get a bit of spray in. So bashed it up against that nice solid mounting, get a bit of the shape, and I actually got the jack in underneath to hold it up nice and tight. And I started my plug welding. Joining up the dots now. There's a little repair required up here, which I pointed out at the beginning. This is the bit that's over the line, so I had to make a tiny little piece to go in here and have a couple of holes underneath it there to spot weld. A welding magnet's useful to hold it in place. That tack is now just joining it to the original flange. I'm cleaning up a little hole in the bulkhead, just in this bit where the rust had spread up, and I'm just filling that up with weld, and I'll grind it down later just with a grinding wheel. So just doing the 2 spot welds underneath, and that's it all cleaned up. So I started making my cut for the other side of the original piece, where it meets that repair panel, the vertical one that I made on that inner wing. I built this all up, I suppose, by a process of elimination. I didn't even know what was supposed to go in here until I worked out each repair. So, you know, starting way back when I did the wheel arch repair, which you can just see the edge of there, that gave me the outer shape, and I just worked it back in piece by piece. I still have that other section just inside the arch on the forward area to do. I'll do that last, and that'll actually give me an opportunity to do some paint up the inside of that inner wing. So I will be able to get paint and treatment on the inside and outside of the surfaces. Another template now. Trying to use the shapes to fit in and around what's already been cut out to be economical and save bits of the panel. So now start working the curve into that. I need to do it before I put the flange on, so I can judge where to put little nips in the metal so that I can allow that to curve. Looking down over it now just to get that right. Can't really bend that in place. Rattle up the zinc primer again. That vertical panel I have left long. It goes down too far. It just makes it safe that this flange will definitely meet it, and it can all be trimmed off together to make it neat at the end. And I'll probably leave that till I make that last underside of the wheel arch repair, the one that will allow me to do the paint up the inside. So just forming it bit by bit. Using a little bit of angled iron to give me a bit of length on the vise. Drilling out the holes now, where I'll do my plug welding again. And the same, I'm doing them on the flange on the piece that's still on the van there. clamp it on. Just getting one little bit correct. We'll get a tack on that and then can form it into place. Use the screwdriver there to hold it in tight. Join them all up again. See around underneath. Few impurities there in the metal, so a little bit of spitting. And one of the plug welds there. Good to see it coming through to the other side. That's how you know it's bonded. Clean all that up, all my high edges. And we'll finally get to see how it looks. It'll really take paint though to make this look nice. It's great to see metal in again.